Welcome to the Casual Experience.
Hello, casuals, and welcome to the Casual Experience Show, a show for MMA enthusiasts where we gist about fights and give you daily MMA updates. And it's been a great 24 hours of excitement in the combat world. We have a lot to talk about. The UFC 318 that just wrapped up in Louisiana, where we saw Dustin Poirier and Max Blessed Holloway just give us an exciting fight. And also Usyk and Daniel Dubois also fought for the heavyweight title in boxing. And on this episode, I'm with my friend Yussuf.
Hi.
How far now?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good. You were here last week, so you had the whole time to familiarize with the surroundings.
Yes.
You feel as if you're in your comfort zone already.
Yeah, it's quite comfortable. Yeah, thanks for having me.
You're welcome.
Yep.
And have you had enough sleep tonight?
I haven't actually. I slept 6 a.m. and I had to wake up again. So I still need to go and probably sleep when I get back home. So,
it was just one fight to one fight.
Just fight. It was a beautiful fight night.
Yeah. Did you watch the Usyk Daniel Dubois?
Yeah, I wasn't up for that. I saw a couple clips of it and it was shocking.
Yeah.
That knockout was ridiculous. I was not expecting that.
We were not even into boxing like that. Just to witness that guy's greatness.
It's ridiculous, and people are now saying he's on the same level as Ali now. That's
be compared.
Different level.
Yes,
that's different level.
Because if you look at it, he's beating AJ twice.
Yes,
he's beating Fury twice
as well.
He's beating Daniel Dubois twice. He's beating Chisora. What's next for him?
At this point, there's nobody else.
Yes, I feel he just has 1 or 2 fights left before he retires. Though Joseph Parker is calling him out now, and he's going to just be. I mean, at the end of the day, when he retires, he's going to just be one of, if not the greatest heavyweight of our time.
Yes, he's going to be the greatest heavyweight of our era.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we also had pflafrica, where many of our familiar fighters that we know in Bellator fought. AJ Maki fought on the card, and he dominated Ahmed.
Yeah,
there's an Ahmed guy there that he fought against. The guy, Habib trains him. In fact, when he was coming out, he came out to Habib's what's that sound? The walkout song.
Yeah.
Yes. And he just dominated him in wrestling. Emblem also was such a shocker in the main event.
Yeah. You just and that's just how many seconds left?
Yes.
Just,
to the 5th round.
Yes, 5th round.
Just give him rear naked, just choked him out. And it was a big. In fact, that the odd margin was the same as Michael Johnson and Zehuba.
Oh, really?
You know, Michael Johnson was a wide underdog.
Yes, and that fight, I really enjoyed it because he just showed his experience really showed out in that fight.
Yes.
And and he said himself he just came to teach the young gun lesson in
don't just call me out.
Yes.
The guy was calling him out.
Yeah.
And he was you don't even know what you are calling out.
Even during the timeouts, Zeluba was telling his coach that he's fast.
Fast, yes, I heard that.
I was and for someone that is 39, still his speed should be
that guy's on
shocking.
Yes,
it was ridiculous.
And he didn't even bother going for the head.
No,
he saw the big body there, and he just kept giving him.
And you see that thing in a lot of MMA fights where everyone is head hunting.
Yeah.
Right. And for someone I said, they forget that you can hit body shots as well. But I think his coaches they had a very good plan, right? And just going for the body was beautiful.
Yes.
And I enjoyed that fight. I thoroughly enjoyed the fight because as he was just hitting the body, he didn't and whenever he went up, he was landing.
Yes.
And that's why I was able to drop him 2-3 times.
Yeah.
Right. Just because we will not expect the headshot. Just body before you know it, boom, over onto the head and drops him. It was just beautiful.
But for you, in the whole fight card, which was your fight of the night? Aside from the whole bright light of Max Holloway and Dustin Poirier that we know, that was the main event.
I think I really enjoyed the main event, right?
How about D-Rod and Kevin Holland?
Yes. Exactly. That's where I was going with it as well. Because I did not expect... Because first of all, Kevin got caught and was surprised, how come he got caught like that?
Yeah.
But how did he survive? It was ridiculous. And
he hurt him too.
Yeah, he survived the round 2. because he got dropped twice in that round, in that second round, and he was able to come back.
Yeah.
And when he got back, in round 3, I thought, okay, I was like, fine, because I'm a very huge Kevin Holland fan. So I thought maybe, okay, round 3 is going to, get the win. But I also don't understand how the judges scored that fight. Even if you are not going to give it to Kevin Holland, it could have just been a split decision.
Wasn't it a split?
No, it was unanimous.
To D-Rod.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
I thought it was a split decision. I heard. But we can also almost always expect Kevin Holland to fight in the next month, if not.
Well, it depends because it was quite hot in this one, and like I'm a little worried.
It was a war.
Yes.
Like both of them were exhausted.
Round
they couldn't even throw punches at themselves. Nah.
Yeah.
But
Kevin made a very beautiful, should I say, adjustments, because the way he was able to use the wrestling to stop that fire that it was into, it was inside, that was beautiful. He just went for the takedowns. I was really hoping he was going to get a submission, but he didn't get it. I was really hoping.
But the card was obviously built around Dustin Poirier.
Yes.
It was just more of a send off for him.
Yes.
And that it was a farewell party that the UFC threw for him, and which was magnanimous on their own part.
Huge. Yes.
Because Dustin has been a coming guy. He's served them right. He's been a good guy. Fought 30-something times in the UFC.
30 times this was 31st fight.
But even in this fight, he was still good.
Yes.
He apart from his speed, I feel there was Max is always faster than most of his opponents. But what a career, bro.
Yes. I've always been a huge fan of Dustin. He's someone that his striking improved over time, and even his grappling as well. Was always getting better.
Yeah.
Right. That was one thing I really loved about Dustin. In his whenever he's fighting in next month, that he's making improvements.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm definitely going to miss him.
But there's always this argument. I want to ask you this question. Yeah. There's always this argument, just as we are as fans, and among the fighters too. There's always not an argument, but just this kind of saying that if you don't win an undisputed, you are not qualified to be in the Hall of Fame. Does that point to Dustin?
No, that doesn't apply to Dustin at all.
And one of his friends says it too. DC Daniel Cormier, that they come from the same place. Also says that. Do you think it applies to?
I don't think so.
For the kind of career that guy has had.
Yes. He's a champion that never was ish, but then in the end, he still won an interim belt, right?
That's what Israel said.
And I don't know why the interim belt is champion.
It's a belt.
Yes, it's still a belt because champion cannot fight. So you stage an interim interim title fight. So I don't see why they don't consider them champions. Because in the end, if they win, what are you going to say? They unify the belt or something like that? But it doesn't matter because you are interim champion. You are still a champion. Yeah. Especially for someone like Dustin, he's definitely a champion. He's a champion.
And he's all of fame befitting.
Yes.
And concerning the interim belt, Easy actually fought for that when he fought Kevin Gastelum.
Yes.
He said he was defending his belt when it was time for him to fight Whittaker.
Yes.
And a couple of fights ago, I heard him telling Tom Aspinall.
Yeah, he told him the same thing.
That,
yes. Don't let them say you're not the champion.
You're the champion.
You're the champion.
And he still said that about Dustin Poirier now, that regardless, he has a belt in his home.
He does.
Saying that he's a champion.
Yes.
But guy, he's fought. That guy is fought killers.
He's fought the best of the best. Right?
The 3 times he fought for the title. See the people he fought.
Yes,
he fought Habib.
Fought Oliveira. Fought Islam. It's like he doesn't get better than that. There's no pick to light heavy division.
Conor McGregor 3 times.
Beat Conor McGregor.
Eddie Alvarez twice.
Yes.
Max Holloway 3 times.
Yeah.
I mean, and he won most bouts. He's a fighter that he never lost twice in his career.
In career. Never lost back to back. That's why I said he's always getting better.
Yes.
That's one thing that I love about him the most. He's always getting better.
Yeah, but that's second round. The second round when he got dropped. Weren't you scared for Dustin? I was like, is this why Dustin is retiring? And then he came back and dropped him too.
Exactly, and that was the thing. I was like, Dustin doesn't just get dropped like that. Yeah. But we know that Max has been done people Max has that power in his hand.
In lightweight.
Yes, lightweight. He has that power because the way he dropped Justin Gaethje was ridiculous.
Yes.
Right. Then I was like, he's going to recreate it. And in round 2,
I think Dustin was more of shock that this is not the guy.
Right.
This past couple of times. Where did he see this power? Because I mean, he the first two fights, he threw punches at him
Fighters,
to and didn't seem to hurt Dustin.
Yeah.
But I think Max at lightweight is something else.
Yeah,
Maximo, they call him.
Yes,
Maximus.
he's big at lightweight, and I wasn't. It looked quite bigger yesterday. I was like, wait, this is the Max we've always been seeing.
Yes, it looked bigger.
He looks quite big at lightweight, and I think it might, if because he called out Poirier at the end of the fight, so I don't know if they're going to let it happen.
And he retained his speed. But don't you think who do you think is more deserving? What do you think? Who do you think Max should fight next? Because there are some people that are saying, okay, him and this Adesanya boy. Danuka
yes.
for the BMF. Mm-hmm. But some people are also saying that he's more deserving for a title shot because same Gaethje that is calling out for a title. He beat Gaethje,
yes,
and he still beat Dustin.
Yes, I agree. The only I think the biggest blocker for Max to get title shot is actually Ilia Topuria, because Ilia can really just go the route of I beat you already and I'm not going to fight you again, right? So I think that's the biggest blocker that he's going to have. And I don't know what Ilia wants to do next, but I think he is. But I don't know. According to him, right? Ilia says if his fight with Paddy Pimblett is like a huge one, and he's like excited for it.
I think Paddy's already getting ready for that,
right?
Or he's already prepared in his head for
exactly.
that.
But I think a fight with Max is just as big, right? And
in all of these, we are just neglecting Aman. Aman seems to be
Aman is
the neglected child that we know that he has the potential.
Dan Hooker called him the top contender that no one cares about. It's like how are you number one contender?
I know what he just sends you. He's just like he feels more like a more talented Belal at welterweight. That we know that this guy he can be the champion, but nobody's just sending him.
I think something that Aman has done for himself that is, I don't know if it's I don't know how it really plays out.
Does he need to trash talk?
I don't think he needs that, honestly, because to me, I don't think trash talk ever does anything than just sell the fight that is already like available.
Yeah, but
right? So
if in all that lightweight ranking, if you look at all the fighters there, all of them seem to kind of have a thing going for them, like a kind of aura around them.
Yes.
When you hear Ilia,
yes,
you know what's up with him.
Yes.
When you hear Max, you know what's up with him. Yeah. When you hear Dustin, when you hear Gaethje, you hear even Danuka, you know what's up with him.
Yes.
But with an Aman,
I think it's just he could have the time when he could have fought for the belt, right? That the weight
the Islam thing.
Yes, the Islam thing. I think he probably rubbed off Dana the wrong way.
Yeah, I know Dana. Yes, he doesn't forget.
Yes, exactly. Dana always like he always remind you that you did this thing that I don't like.
Yes.
So it's like
to the point that he even made it about John Jones this morning. He was saying John Jones has messed him up a lot in the past.
Right.
That he doesn't feel confident putting John Jones on the White House card. On the White House card as he made headline when he knows that he can mess him up at any time.
Well, I think he's probably just saying that really, because when it comes to John Jones, Dana is always biased.
Yeah.
Always biased.
Yeah.
So I cannot believe anything Dana says. But for every other fighter, right? Whenever Dana wants to tell you, whenever Dana says you fucked up, he's just going to always make sure that you get punished for it.
Yes.
Right? And he's never going to speak nice for you again.
Always. See what he's done to even someone that is not a fighter, Ariel Lawani.
Right. They're never going to. And I think Ariel doesn't care anyway. So.
But I feel at the end, both of them are going to be friends. You don't think? They respect each other.
I think it's respect.
They respect each other.
I think they will always respect each other.
Yes.
But I don't think they're going to see eye to eye.
But as fans, as MMA enthusiasts that we are, let's talk about moments in those fights. When Dustin pulled the gilly,
I was excited. I was like, if he wins using this,
that was like it almost felt like a fairy tale ending.
Yes,
that was at the point that we just stood up and just started shouting, he's had it. But do you think he made the right decision there? If at that time he felt Max was hot.
Yes,
if he had gone for the jump,
I think it's more of a I think every time we always like looking at fights, we're always looking at what's the best thing to do, the best next. Okay, you're supposed to like hit this way. If someone is someone is hot, finish this way. Don't do this one, right? But I think the excitement that it gives us as fans, right? I think it outweighs the fact that he should have tried to finish the fight there. You know, not jump Gilly. I think.
Yeah.
Nah, I think
Even in his
it was
post fight, it
perfect.
was like, oh man, I will still do it.
Yes,
now. Like there's no how I was even. There's no.
don't be silly, jump the Gilly. So he has to do it for us, and I think that excitement is what we love Dustin for. And I was like so excited when he did that. I was like,
Imagine him submitting Max.
That would have been
explosive.
I think I would have been very sad for Max because it would mean he has had trilogies 2 times, and he lost all 3 times, all 6 times.
6 times.
That would have been very sad.
Yeah.
I think that's the only reason I wanted Max to win the fights. I think
he just had that on his back of his mind. He wasn't just going to let that happen.
He said the same thing. He said that was the chip he had on his shoulder. He said that everyone is talking about Dustin retiring. Everyone is talking about all the other. But like the thing that really bothers him is the fact that he's going to have another trilogy, and he's going to this was the way I was going to lose 6 times to 2 different people.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't look good at all. No matter how huge his career is, that thing will always be
it doesn't look good.
Yeah, the fact that he was able to get the W on this one was, I think it's a better story for Max than Dustin, but I think it was also a beautiful end of a career for Dustin as well. Yeah.
And how about the concluding movement? It seems that 10-second thing now has become a Max thing.
It's just
even the Dustin was already waiting for the time 25 seconds. But when they were ready,
he couldn't take that power.
Yeah,
he could not
and the speed. I think his speed over.
It could be the speed as well because
they're in the pocket.
Yes,
that 10 seconds.
Yes, and it's going like
it's like a fast draw.
Yes, he's landing so much during that time. Like he's landing combos of like 6s. Like it's like Dustin could not take it. He just went to
Dustin just quickly go grapple and say, I'm not gonna let you knock me out. This is my final fight.
It was. I saw that Dustin could not. I think maybe that's one of the reasons Dustin is like what's it called? It's like he's retiring, right? Because if you look at the fight against him and Dan Hooker, Dustin was back of the cage, right? But then he was still, in the
pocket, and still
there in the
and
fight,
sitting.
right? Some other fighters would just, they're just like, guard
cover
up. But at the time he was fighting back, he was throwing this very weird curved hammer fist at Dan Hooker, which was very, very, I think it was very creative of him doing that fight. So I think it shows us why Dustin is like bowing out now. Like he's like saying, I can't be in this.
Can't take that.
Yeah, I can't be taking this much damage anymore. Yeah, at this level, that damage is already becoming too much.
And I don't feel he wants to be the person where they build prospects
off of him. Yes,
he just wants to have that legendary career. He's tried his best trying to get the belt.
Yes,
he did get the interim, and I'm sure if no fights gave him much money as he wanted, the Conor McGregor fight,
I'm sure that was like a big payday.
Yes, and he's just a good man all around.
Yes,
good family man. He has his charity, Good Fight Foundation too going on, and we can just all say congrats to the Diamond on a legendary career, an amazing career. I'm sure younger fighters coming up, they are inspired by him, and it was just a resounding night.
Yes, it was lovely.
But one thing I want to ask: do you think he will feel satisfied ending his career on a loss? We've always seen fighters say they retire, but that loss just icks them. It scratches them at the back of the mind. Just get one more.
And I think that's the thing that makes fighters that have done MMA, right? It makes them now go into boxing. Because of the fact that
have you heard Ferguson wants to fight Saul Perfect?
Yes, exactly. Like on a good day, there's no reason for someone as like Tony to fighting an influencer, right? So I think it's just
8 fights losing streak.
Yes,
someone that had the most winning streak in lightweight at the point 12.
Yes. So I think is that, and that who knows? Maybe Dustin will be like, oh, I'm going to go and box, but I hope he doesn't. He has very good boxing, but I just hope he doesn't, because I think boxing is it's starting to feel like they are trying to make a mockery of MMA legends, right? The MMA legends, like when they are already they intentionally want to fight these old MMA fighters, because no one's going to call out an active fighter, right? An active MMA fighter. It's kind of like hard to get the contract. But
I don't think he'll be able to fight again. I don't think he'll be able to fight outside the Octagon, because he retired still under a UFC contract, except it was released.
So I think they have like
a clause.
some clause. I think kind of like similar to Francis one, where you had to like wait a whole year.
Yeah.
Where before you could now actually like go and fight. So I think it's probably going to be the same thing. Plus, Dustin is a company man. They'll probably have a way around it.
Yeah, he doesn't have any bad vibe.
Bad, exactly.
Yes,
Yeah. So,
that's true.
But he doesn't need to fight immediately, anyways, right? We don't know how much year he has left on his contract. So he doesn't need to fight. He can have fun and rest while
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. But how about Paulo Costa and Roman Kopylov? That was such an intriguing fight.
The funny thing is, I called the Paulo Costa fight.
You said Paulo was going to win.
Yes, I chose Costa to win. And the reason
Mike and I on our preview.
Yes, you guys.
We went to Roman.
Yes, and I told Mike that everyone has been counting Costa out.
Yeah.
Right, but he's too young. Right, he's not too old to to come back. Just has to like. Just has to just be consistent,
focus.
right?
Focus himself.
So exactly. So he's still young. What's it called? He's fought the best of the best, and I think this guy mentioned it as well. He's on pound for pound. What's his name?
Kamaru and Cejudo.
Yes, Cejudo said it. He said what's it called? He's not going to count him out because he's fought the best out there, right? We fought Romero when Romero was in his prime, right? He's fought Israel Adesanya. He's fought Whittaker. So it's like, as much as we think, Paulo Costa is not like that guy,
yeah,
the people he's fought are actually they're not cans,
yeah,
right? So you can't just be like, okay, let's just he's already like just throw him out there. And he in round 2 he did want that we're already like we loved it for the both body kicks. He threw them out, and I was
whipping his
kicks. I was happy that because Kopylov was throwing very wicked kicks as well. And I was like, yo, you have your kicks as well. Let me see those. And then in round 2 he did that, and I was happy about it that he what's it called? He still showed us that okay, I still have like skin in the game.
But you know me now, me as a casual myself,
Yeah.
I'm like the only reason I feel Paulo Costa was so determined that yesterday was to just call out Hamzat because he had much time on his mic time to call out
Anybody.
See the words he was turning out at Kamzat.
Yes.
And Kamzat was like, after the fight, Kamzat tweeted out, I was like, guy, no, I wasn't the one that reached out to your wife.
I was expecting that.
It was your wife that he was like on the mic. He was saying that Kamzat is a bitch. Kamzat went into his wife's DM and was messaging his wife and one thing, and that now he just want to beat Kamzat up. And then I'm like, guy, chill. I didn't enter into your wife's DM. It was your wife that entered into my DM.
Yeah.
A fan now asked Kamzat, that guy post your DM. Let's see now. Kamzat said that girl deleted everything. She deleted all the messages. And now what do you think is next for Paulo Costa? Who do you think he should fight?
I think he's not going to get the Hamzat fight, obviously.
Yeah,
because
not
Hamzat
yet.
fighting for
319.
Yes. The only thing is if Hamzat loses, right? UFC might want to do this grudge match promo.
Yeah.
Right. They like that thing where they're like, oh, okay, they have what's it called? They have beef. So let's set up the fight. Right.
But how about the Brendan Allen that just won?
All right.
Him and
this is what I'm saying. But I don't think it's like if what's it called? If they set up that match, it won't. I don't think it will affect the rankings much. It'll just be a grudge match type of thing, right? Because Hamza has fought for the belt, right? And he's not going to fight for the belt almost immediately, except if maybe the loss was like very slim, right? Then I think UFC they always want to To me, I never do this math of UFC. Let's do this MMA mass. Who is one? Who is this one? I never do that because
you don't look at the rankings.
I don't. And the reason I look at the rankings, right? But I don't expect US to follow those rankings. And why I do that is because they always go for the fight
stars.
Exactly, the fight that makes them the most money.
Yeah, true.
Right. And if for any reason UFC says they see the potential in a fight as it's going to make us more money, forget whatever you think, right? It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, right? And there's nothing you can do about it. Nobody's going to beat up Dana.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But him and Cannonier will be. Is Cannonier booked? I don't think.
I think Cannonier is booked to fight. Who is he booked to fight? And I know he's going to fight soon.
Yeah.
I know he's going to fight soon, but I'm not sure who. I think I saw that somewhere.
And for once, a fighter out from UFC won Patricio Pitbull.
I think I was actually not impressed by the win.
I thought it was.
I was not impressed.
I wasn't sure if he won.
Yes, I wasn't sure as well, but I knew they were going to give it to him, but I was not impressed.
Was it a split decision?
Was it?
I think it was. I
think it was split. Yes, it was split. But I knew they were going to give it to him because he had what's it called? He had more damage.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Whenever he went off on Dan Ige, there was more reaction on Dan Ige's side.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially when it cut
Power,
with that,
the power was there.
the power that was coming back at Dan Ige was way
Yeah.
too much for Dan Ige
Yeah.
to handle. So I think that's why. So that judges are going to
the statistics of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like they always count damage than what's called and just the point striking.
Yeah.
Right. So but my why I didn't like that fight was Pitbull. He had opportunity to get in there and actually like make a statement. Right. This was his chance to make a statement, but then. He always feels like as if he's gone shy.
Yeah,
he's not
he's
throwing.
always
and
not.
Danige said it before the fight, right? Danige said Pitbull only throws he only starts throwing when he sees that he has hurt the opponent.
Yeah,
right. And that
yeah,
played
and that
out
was exactly.
It was only until he saw that I was
then
going
he
to
started
get
throwing.
him. He started throwing.
Yes.
But after that whole firefight
Sequence,
was
yeah.
done,
Went back
he still went back to it again, and then he was trying to like go for the takedowns and everything. So I think this might be a good thing for him because since he's back on the win column and he gets into maybe books the next fight. Let's see, maybe the next fight he's going to switch it up, but he's old. I'm not sure I'm going to see
38,
yeah, exactly.
39 soon.
Yes.
And many people were not amused with the fact that I don't think even the USA are giving him much credit as much as he needs to be given outside because of his accolades outside the UFC.
Yes,
obviously,
yes,
they didn't even give him his mic time.
Yes,
they didn't let him speak into the mic for his win.
I don't even know what's going on with that, but I think we'll just see how it goes really because I think he needs to have made a more bigger statement in that fight because Danige is like ranked 15 or something, right? So I think he should have you are coming like a champ, right?
Yeah.
You are actually a former champ, right? You should have made a bigger statement against a 15 ranked opponent. Yeah. Also, but I think there's also this thing where it's how do we say it? UFC has this thing like UFC's biggest MMA organization.
Yeah, they do what they want,
right? And they always say all these other guys are not as good as the guys that are already in UFC. And so even if you're a champ in Bellator, right? We're still going to I don't think we're going to make you compare it to a 10th rank opponent.
Yusuf, but you know Corey Anderson now. Corey Anderson, that light heavyweight guy.
Yeah.
Since he's left the UFC, I don't know what made him rub off Dana so much. I don't know why Dana don't like him that much. But Corey Anderson seems to be, for me, because I've been observing him outside after he left.
Okay.
He's only lost once, even when he was in Bellator.
Yeah.
Yesterday in pflafrica, he submitted the guy. I mean, he beat the guy who threw ground and pound.
Yeah.
Yesterday also, and it just shows the quality
that UFC has.
Yes. That when you're coming in.
Yes.
When you're coming in, you have to raise your standard.
Your standard is very high. Yes.
Now, when you are even going out, that it seems that you're not even whether either you are washed or the UFC don't like you.
Yes.
They still seem to go and dominate when they are outside.
Yes. Yeah. I think the UFC has created this very incredible pipeline, right? With the Ultimate Fighter, with the Dynamite Contender Series.
Yes. And
I think those. Yes.
Yeah,
and the Ultimate Fighter and I think that's why. They're able to and also Dana White does this where Dana White looking for a fight. He has all these so many things they have so many things that they do when it comes to what's it called getting talent, right? And all these talents that are getting all together, they have to put them all the fights together to get into the main into the main cards and I think that's why the talent in UFC is just the best. The best in the world.
The content, the best in the world. The content at their disposal. I'm sure there are some contents that they've not even because they just have so much, a whole lot. To churn out.
Yes.
I mean, if not that we are ardent fight fans, hardly do anybody know that. Most people know that PFL Africa, the first of its kind, held yesterday.
Yes.
And if you look at it, the organization was spectacular.
Yeah.
The production was top notch. I mean, for the PFL Africa, the production was top notch. Even the fights were top notch.
It was a good card.
But in terms of the promotion, the content churning out, nobody does it.
No one does
better than
UFC.
UFC.
First of all, they've been for a while, right? And I think they've done the hard work really, right? And the problem is that everyone is catching up. That's just, everyone just catching up.
And now they don't even always care. Before they used to care if there was a big boxing bout
Yeah,
going on.
yeah.
Let's
It's
shoot
not-
our cat.
it's not their business
Now they
anymore.
don't even care. See them putting their fights with the same day.
Yeah.
A pay-per-view
Yeah.
with the same day as Usyk.
Yeah.
Let's fight for the pay-per-view. Let's see who buys more.
You get if anything, right? And everyone says it, right? And I think this guy called it Joe Rogan. He said boxing is fading out. He said it like a long time ago when he was still trying to like push MMA, where people were still calling MMA what's called a cockfighting competition. Right. So they've done all the hard work already, and UFC is just as big as boxing. If not probably even bigger. The only
it's growing faster than
yes,
it.
and the only thing you can say for the UFC is that okay, maybe they're not paying fighters are not getting enough payday or payouts as boxing. But I think
they are more structured though.
It's more structured. Is what's it called?
Yeah, they will give you the fights that you want and that are supposed to happen at the same.
Yes.
Yusuf.
Yeah.
Pack your fight yesterday at the age of 46.
Yeah, and even I don't think anyone really there was
Nobody
not much news about it.
I had to be going through topology and they fought to a draw. Him and Marius Barrios, they fought to a draw. Many of those big name boxers and athletes, because at their peak and time, they didn't. I mean, there was no
buzz. Yeah.
Imagine if we never saw Dustin and Max.
Nah.
Imagine we never saw. In fact, when I was watching Sugar Show's Sean O'Malley's channel, his reaction on the 318, he was saying it, and to me too, I feel the same way. Dustin and Islam still remains one of the best fights in lightweight to watch.
Yes.
Even though everyone thought that Islam was just going to dominate, I mean,
it was a complete MMA fight.
Yeah.
Right. Dustin tried his best to really put the fight on what's called standing.
Yeah.
Right. And Islam was also I can strike as well, right? And I think I like that about Islam a lot. What's called, and most of this, what's it called, that what people say about him as if he's just gonna say crotch sniff, just gonna wrestle.
Yeah.
But he was able to show that I can stand and bang as well. And Dustin was.
Are you giving him a chance against JDM in striking? I'm just saying overall,
I think. What I think
Canelo
about
hands. Bella wants your Canelo hands. Are you giving him a chance in striking against JDM?
I think the chance I'm giving him is he will protect himself. That's the chance I'm giving him. And I think Islam, as much as possible, he says a lot that he can strike with the top lightweights.
Yeah.
He said it, and he's going to welterweight, right? I know it's going to be different weight class and everything.
Yeah.
Right. So, but I think now the question is if it's going to happen, if Islam cannot let JDM carry that weight. If the weight that comes at JDM is okay, this weight is not so much.
Yeah.
Right. What happens then? Would Islam stay in the firefight and strike? So and we might actually see a different look at Islam in striking, because Islam likes to strike.
Yeah.
Right. We've known time and time again that Khabib is always getting at him, don't strike. Go for the takedown.
Yeah.
That's Khabib's style, right? Khabib just he will even, and which makes it interesting for me. I've always felt that, I don't know if it's a hot take, but I've always felt that Islam has better takedowns than Khabib.
Are you serious?
Yes, I believe so. Because Islam's takedowns are always very skilled, right?
Khabib seems to be chained.
Yes, he pressures you into getting on the ground. But Islam.
But it's more assertive.
More assertive. Yeah, like I'm saying, is that pressure, right? Khabib's going to pressure you so much that you have no choice. You have to just go down, right? But Islam's one is more of technical takedowns, right? He does these leg trips that before you know it, you're on the ground, right?
Yeah.
He does these hand sweeps that when he sweeps your hand, or see, look at the takedown he used to sub Dustin, for example, right? He just dragged the leg and he was
wiped him over.
And even as Dustin was trying, before Dustin could recover, went for the submission. If it was Khabib was going to do more of a pressure you against the cage, pull you down. That's what that was how Khabib fought.
And his own
Dustin.
choke self is always different. He doesn't do this.
It
does this.
That is different.
Yes.
It's which is why I say Islam's
is wrestling refined one.
It's quite refined, right? Habib is going to ground and pound you, right? And Habib says he wants to maul you every time. That's what Habib says. But Islam's game is, I think, is wrestling is a lot more fun to watch for a casual than Habib. Habib's own, everyone calls Habib boring, right? You sit, you can just watch your fighter just get dragged down and held onto the cage. But Islam's not going to do that as much, right? Islam's going to try to take you down with some very clean looking leg sweep or something, which I'm really a fan of. And I think it's just beautiful to see Islam whenever he does it.
And and overall we have exciting fights throughout the year. Regardless of all our struggles and day-to-day life during the week. We would always have exciting times to watch fights. And next week we have Whittaker and Derrida.
Yes. I'm excited to see Whittaker again.
Derrida, the guy that shocked the whole world by beating the UFC wrestling prospect.
And so I think we'll just see how it goes for Whittaker. I'm excited to just see Whittaker fight again because I'm a huge Whittaker fan, and I just want to just see Bob Knuckles.
There are great fights.
Get back.
There are great fights on the card next week.
I've actually not seen the card, so
Moza is fighting Evlov.
Okay, that's interesting. Peter Yan is also fighting.
He's fighting Aaron Pico. You know, Aaron Pico is going to be making his debut against Moza. You know, this guy is the bad guy himself.
Yeah, Moza is a wicked
Russian.
Fighting. I'm also excited to see Peter Yan fight again.
And Bryce Mitchell said no, Magomedov is fighting. Guess where he's fighting? Our own pirate. Shara putting bullet. Magomedov too is fighting, and he just
and speaking of fighting next, Jared Cannonier is also fighting MVP.
Are you serious?
Yes, I think I saw that yesterday during the broadcast. He's fighting MVP in 319, so it's going to be crazy.
In DDP's card.
Yes, on DDP card.
Wow.
DDP card, yes, and I think I want to really see how that goes because MVP said he doesn't want to fight wrestlers anymore. Right? Just want to fight strikers.
They will strike now.
Yes, and Jared is a nice striker as well. But I think there's going to be power on Jared's side than MVP. But it's that's going to be a banger as well. So fight fans are eating good all year long.
I tell you, eating good. The guys, as you can always also see, I know you show your interest is piqued in our discussion. If you are interested in discussing and coming to talk about fights, we are always open and always here. And as we said, the night belongs, even though in his loss, the night belongs to Dustin, the Diamond, Poirier. And what was the universe playing at Liu Wayne putting the belt on Max Holloway?
Right.
Why Max Holloway don't just go find the own person who will put his belt on top?
I think it was nice to see Lil Wayne walk out with
but you know it would have shown more excitement if it was Poirier that won and he was putting the belt on.
Exactly.
Poirier.
That was
he just grudgingly just put the belt, say, guy, take your belt and get out of Louisiana for us.
I think it was. I was not expecting that to happen because I thought maybe since Max won the fight, maybe Dana will just wrap it around Max. But I think
Max said it himself that he doesn't mind. He wants Liu Wayne to put it on. I think it's the BMF title, right? It has always been a what would I call it? A show for everyone. So it's fine if Lil Wayne does it, and I was happy that we did it as well. Nice. And overall, it was just a great night for combat sports. Congrats to Alexander Usyk, the greatest, in my own opinion, the greatest heavyweight boxer to ever live. He's done it incredibly well. Also, congrats to Dustin Diamond Poirier on an incredible career, and congrats to Max Blessed Holloway too for defending his BMF title. And above all, because this is our own Africa team, congrats to pflafrica. Congrats to the fighters on the card that's represented Africa well. Costello Van Stennis, the Spaniard that defeated Eblem, gave him his first loss. Congrats to him. Congrats to AJ Maki. Congrats to Corey Anderson. And we are all here. We have casual experience. We are here to always give you hot takes on fight gist, daily MMA discussions. And Yussuf, we could talk about fights forever. Thank you. Your passion shows through. And I know whenever I call upon you, you will always show off.
Thanks for having me today.
Guys, kindly when you watch, I know you guys watch. When you watch, kindly subscribe. Your support, it makes a whole lot of difference to us. We are doing great things here. And on this episode, it's a wrap, yo.
Welcome to the Casual Experience.